Good evening. My name is Jasmine Gilbert, and I am a Master's of Human Service Counseling student at Liberty University. On April 26, 2018, at 7 o'clock p.m., in the comfort of my home, I conducted a small group discussion panel on the topic of the absent parent. This session was held in the living room where the chairs were set up as a roundtable discussion. However, during the dyad introduction pairs, individuals were encouraged to spread about the house. For the purpose of this meeting, the absent parent candidates included anyone that was raised in a home where their natural mother and or father were physically, emotionally, or mentally absent. Members were solicited from my church, my place of employment, family, and also my circle of friends. As a young woman raised by her grandparents, due to the negligence of her mother, and understanding some of the negative consequences that surfaced because of it, it was my desire to come together with those who were like me to develop a plan of success for the upcoming generations with the same family dynamics as us. The meeting began with an introduction of myself and the purpose of the meeting. I also disclosed the understanding of privacy held with me, but highlighted that I could not guarantee the privacy from others. The group then broke off into dyad pairs, where two individuals teamed up and answered the following questions. Question number 1, my name is. Question number 2, my absent parent story goes like this. Question number 3, how it affected me. And lastly, question number 4, a fun fact about me. After about 15 minutes of partnership, we assembled back in the living room and the participants began introducing their partners. Seated in an oval, one partner would introduce their partner to the group by answering each of the questions discussed. The group would then greet the individual. After the introductions were made, I then began to ask questions based on some of the responses received during the How It Affected Me round. No one held back. Everyone led with an open heart. They laughed, they cried, and encouraged one another all at the same time. Once everyone had the opportunity to speak, we then brainstormed on ways we would help others. The team agreed upon 3 main themes of support. Acknowledgement, recognizing that a person may be suffering. Encouragement, uplifting and encouraging the individual. And lastly, exampleship, living the example of the parent that the individual may never see. Doing something you have never done before is a surefire way to learn your individual's strengths and weaknesses. For starters, there was one individual who tried to dominate a lot of the conversation. I had to cut her off several times just so the round could continue. This is something I would definitely like to be more prepared for in the future, so that the cutoff can be done more promptly and less damage can be done. Though I appreciated her sharing and her content was very helpful, I do believe that some people limited their responses as she has said most of what they desired to say. As learned over the course of this class, having one individual dominate a session may prove more detrimental than helpful. Secondly, I shared my own story. Yet at the time it was therapeutic and therefore appropriate, I did begin to get emotional. In the future, I would like to continue this connection with my clients, just with more restraint on my emotion. This room was full of all kinds of people. Men, women, retired, working, mothers, fathers, single parents, married parents, young and old, just to name a few. Yet, they all had one commonality. This experience was so uplifting and encouraging. Just to see the beauty that can arise from the ashes was overwhelming by itself. In the future, I will continue with the confidence displayed through this session and my ability to lead. I will also work more diligently to withdraw my emotion while yet making a connection with my clients. This session taught me many things about myself, my friends, and the world in general. Most importantly, though, I learned As we don't choose our families, we can definitely choose our futures. Thank you.